Hey, welcome back. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I haven't had very much time. You may notice the room setup's different. I have moved a lot of stuff around. Currently waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up, so I'm going to cut out the felt. So, yeah. Also, I am potentially interested in selling masks on Etsy. And I have run into the issue where I can't set up an Etsy store. Because every time I try, it sends me to the Etsy store managing thingy app. And from there, in order to sign up or sign into that, you need to have an Etsy store. So, it's just a loop where I'm like, okay, I'll set up an Etsy store. Oh, wait, no, you need to have an Etsy store to sign up. So, if anybody watching has an Etsy store, please tell me how to set one up. Now, I just finished cutting out the felt, and I should, and the hot glue gun should have just finished warming up. Enough. Okay, now for the felting process. This is now my 5th mask I've made. I'm not going to paint it because last time I painted one, it wound up with neon orange on it. That was not very good because I painted it at like 3 a.m. as well as it damaged some of my brushes because I had not thought to wash it off before waiting for it to wash off the brushes before waiting for it to dry. Very not smart move on my part. So if I'm going to paint it, I'm going to paint it in the morning. So that may be a separate video. Also, I would definitely have preferred for this to be a live stream. And again, need 50 subs to do that. So, yeah. Now I'm felting around the eyes. Oh, I swear to God, I'm supposed to be doing it on the table right next to me. And nope, just doing it on the carpet. Any hot glue gets on the carpet, it's fine because we're replacing it soon. The moment it gets replaced, I'm going to get yelled at for everything I get that damages the carpet. Oh ho ho, a saboteur may be on the way. Now while I wait for the hot glue to dry. Oh, the saboteur's gone. When I say saboteur, I mean like one of my pets walking through. Because that could probably mess it up a lot. Also, technically, I probably should have waited a little longer to start this. Because currently it's like 10:30 or so. Again, can't check the time while recording. So, yeah, I probably should have waited a little longer till like the rest of the family's asleep. So, there'd be less like background audio. There is very little background audio, but that's because the family's going to sleep. And then they're probably going to come check on me. So if I don't finish the mask rather quickly, I may have to delete all the footage. And if I have to do that, I'm probably going to scream so loud you'd be able to hear it throughout the entire neighborhood. Maybe even larger distances. Ow. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and be as quick as possible, but it's probably still gonna wind up being like an hour, which like is pretty good for making an entire mask. But then again, I probably don't have an hour. So if I have to delete this footage or just not post it, I'm going to be very angry. And I'm going to post like a real quick YouTube short about it. Because I'm like, records like 2 hours of footage. Gets ruined by a parent walking in or the dog walking in. Screams loud enough for the birds in the sky to hear it and understand why I'm angry. And now I'm felting the back of it by doing the little fully in thing. I realized so that I see it better, I'm not really showing the camera, but just have it to try and get it done as quick as possible. I should probably have not left those open. Forgot to put the safety lock back on my scissors. Speed running. Speed running this resulting in several burns. I might be able to finish it if like I clip out the footage, but that's probably not going to be like the best for user experience because it cuts off and like the glue and stuff will still be drying. I might still be working. I turned off all my alarms so the footage doesn't get broken up. Still trying to do this as fast as possible, but it's still taking like 2 minutes. If you're not as interested in like just watching and talking and listening to me talk, you could probably put it on like 2x speed, maybe 1.75x speed or somewhere in between, maybe slower, to still hear the audio clearly, but to have, like if you're on a short time limit, like say you only have like 15 minutes and this video ends up being 30 minutes long, 2x speed lets you still watch all the content, just not as fluently. Scheiße. So now I've got to fold it all in. I'm making mistakes in trying to be fast, but it doesn't matter because I can just fix it later. How did I already run through an entire glue stick? If I run out of glue, that's probably not gonna be good. Like, I'm pretty sure this is like the last stick I have of glue. I added a new stick like right before I started recording. How? I'm just like, how did I use so much glue? I think I might be using a little too much glue. I say, as I realize I already used an entire glue stick worth of glue. Do you ever have that feeling where you think someone's gonna walk in on you while you're doing something that you're technically not supposed to? Like, for example, you're on your phone past like 3 a.m. and you're supposed to be asleep already. So everything sounds like a footstep. Yeah, I'm having that feeling right now. Like, I'm having that intense, like, stress that something's gonna happen and I get walked in on. And I'm gonna have to, like, cut off 90% of the footage because my name was said. Or something. Like, have you ever done something you're technically not supposed to do and been in it, and every single noise sounds like a footstep, including your heartbeat, so you're just like stressed constantly while doing it? I'm having that feeling right now. I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself. I'm just trying to focus and also trying to distract myself at the same time so I'm not as stressed. And I realize that's probably not going to be very good because I'm doing something that requires at least a decent amount of accuracy. I'm like, sorry I'm not painting. I might do a video about painting this later. But I don't want to paint at like 10 p.m. because I guarantee the lighting is going to be off. So I might pick an orange that in the moment looks like a normal orange, or I might pick a color that looks like a normalish brown or gray, and then in the morning it looks way too unrealistic because the way it dried and the lighting. So I've got the eye hole cut out. Now to cut out the eyes from the eye mesh, I could just cut out some squares as long as they're big enough. The issue wouldn't be that they're not small enough, because you can have them as big as you want, really. The issue would be they're not big enough to fit. Another thing I hate about the eye meshing process is the fact that to see through eye mesh has holes all over it. And to hot glue it, you need to put hot glue on it. And the hot glue goes through the holes. So, piece of eye mesh number 1. Drying. Just gotta make sure it doesn't lift up. Definitely gonna felt this inside. Maybe later off camera. Probably on camera though, because I'm gonna get cocky with the amount of time I have. I'm not sure cocky's the word to use, but I'm close enough. I'm tired. Just a little. Sorry if this isn't entertaining to watch. I'm just like, I want to talk, but I'm kind of trying to be focused to accurately get it done properly. I think I just used the same word for twice, pretty much for no reason. I just used a synonym. That's the word. A synonym for the word. Not quite a synonym, but it's a very similar meaning. Not the same meaning. It can have the same meaning, but only in certain situations. Other situations, it's right. Like, accurately and properly. Like, you shot the target accurately. You shot the target properly. That's not exactly the same. But, like, doing something properly and doing something accurately is kind of similar, I think. I don't know, I'm tired. I don't want to logic. Any logic right now, I just don't want to do. Especially the math kind of logic. Or the code kind of logic. 15 minutes in. Nice. If this gets ruined, I swear I'm gonna scream. And I'm gonna post about how loud I screamed. I totally butchered the eye mesh because I've not practiced in a while. You think the eye mesh is good enough? Yeah, probably. Good enough, right? The thing with if I ever did it for Etsy, I'd have to be like, no, I have to get it perfect because it's for someone who's paying money or might pay money. You think I fixed the eye well enough? Not good? Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna make the eyes purple. That's just the thing with me. Or should I make them blue? That's purple, right? Yeah, that's purple. Now the issue is I've got to find black. Is that black? Yeah, that's black. This is the worst, like, not worst, but hardest part. Because it takes up the most time. Not because it's, like, specifically takes up a ton of effort, but the eyes, you have to wait for them to dry. Annoyingly, the eyes lopsided. Good enough. I bet most of these would probably be for like more personal. Especially because I'm making all the eyes purple. Am I actually coloring there, or is it just light effect? Am I actually coloring there? Or is it the light effect making me think that I'm not? Those eyes are properly colored, right? Yeah. Step off camera for a second to get my nose a little less itchy. What I realize about this is, like, the moment I get the eyes done completely, I'm pretty much gonna have nothing to do because I don't know where my headbands went, so I won't be able to wear it, and I'm not gonna paint it at like 3 a.m., especially not on camera where my vision is really, really blurry. So I'm going to do something I might regret, and Did I get that in the lines? Yeah, I got that in the lines. Okay, so that should be good. That's pretty much a finished product.